Alright boys and girls, welcome back to LewDix Aviation and welcome to the channel. A brand new set of Flying Eyes sunglasses. Flying Eyes were kind enough to send me a care package filled with fantastic sunglasses made by pilots for pilots. They make the best sunglasses to wear underneath headsets, so as a pilot it's the best thing in the world. They slip under the headset no problem. They are so flexible, so light, so stylish. If you're a pilot and you're not wearing Flying Eyes sunglasses, you're doing it wrong. Use my discount code LewDix to start your Flying Eyes collection now. But that's not the point of today. The point of today is this man is getting a checkout on this plane. Now you know this man. This is Juan. You've seen him on the channel before. He's a commercial pilot going for his CFI, and he wants to get checked out to fly this aircraft. What is a checkout? Well, basically a checkout is for pilots to go and fly with an instructor to make sure that they are safe in the operation of the particular plane that they're getting checked out in. Owners want to protect their investment, let's say. So they offer aircraft like this one. This one is offered by LewDix Aviation here in Kissimmee. And as the owner, he wants the people that are flying his planes to be safe, to be conscientious, and to know what they are doing when they get into the aircraft. Juan has he's flown all sorts of different aircraft, but he's not flown this particular one. So the owner doesn't know that he can fly this thing. The only way that the owner can find that out is by sending him on a checkout with a flight instructor. Now, unfortunately, some people in the past have been a bit upset that they've had to do a checkout. They're very, very experienced and they feel like, you know, they shouldn't be subjected to have to do flight training with an instructor with the amount of experience that they've got. Maybe they've flown Cessna 172 Romeo models before. They just don't think they should have to do a checkout. Well, if the owner doesn't know you and you've never flown his aircraft before, you're going to have to do a checkout. It's as simple as that. It's nothing to be angry about. It's not a slight on your piloting skills. It's just to make sure that the owner's got people flying the plane that know what they're doing and are going to be safe. It's always good to actually get with the flight instructor to make sure that you are proficient, make sure that you are still doing things correctly, especially if you've not flown with a flight instructor for a long time. Maybe you've got into some bad habits. A checkout can also serve to get you out of some of those bad habits. So it's never a bad thing to go flying with a flight instructor to make sure that you are still flying the way that you should be flying. And it can be a lot of fun, and that's what I'm going to try and show you today. It is a flight training event, so Juan is going to be logging flight training today, although he's going to be sitting in the right seat. I've already seen what he can do from the left, so you're going to see him from the right seat. But today, you're going to see some of what goes on a checkout in a Cessna 172. It's a beautiful day for it. But yeah, if there's one thing you can kind of take away from this opening little bit, don't go into a checkout thinking that you don't need it because you've got so many hours of flight time, blah, blah, blah. It's a showcase of your skills and your proficiency. And if something isn't up to proficiency, if you mess up a stall, do another stall. Simple as that. I'd love a checkout on that. Anyway, let's fly. You're watching LewDix Aviation, which means you've tuned into the most fun, the most entertaining, and most informative flying channel on YouTube. I'm LewDix, and my channel is a safe haven for you to find tips, tricks, and advice on how to fly and have a great time doing it. Before we fly, I need to tell you that my videos are edited for entertainment purposes only. Many procedures, situations, explanations, and flight phases have been edited out, which may remove context, and as such, this video is not an instructional video. Thanks for tuning in, and welcome to the sky.
670 Mike Alf, you have time to do a light gun check for me?
Yeah, go for it.
Just call out the lights that you see.
Green, red, white.
Thank you very much, sir.
You got it.
Contact tower when you're ready.
Roger.
That's cool.
Look at you, the special one.
Okay, so we were doing my nose checked. Left.
Now as a CFI, regardless of who I fly with and what experience they've got, I always look for the pilot using a checklist. Now Juan's at an advantage today because I gave him one of my LewDix Aviation checklists to use for the day, which he loved, so much so that he actually purchased it from me after the flight. But checklist usage is very, very important and is sometimes forgotten about when you don't fly with an instructor for a while. That's part of those bad habits that I was talking about at the beginning of the video.
So let's start with a soft field takeoff. Kissimmee Tower, Skyhawk 670, Mike Alpha, holding short runway 15 at Delta, we're ready for departure.
670 Mike Alpha, Kissimmee Tower, runway 15, clear for takeoff, make a right turn out.
15, clear for takeoff, right turn out, 0 Mike Alpha.
The back pressure this side. And on this end. Alright, 15 on the ground, 15 here. Power coming. Alright, temperature in the green. Airspeed alive. And that ground effect is in the ground. Let's go up.
Nicely done, man. Welcome to the sky.
Welcome to the sky.
Beautiful VY climb, love it, man. Good job.
There you go.
Nicely done for the first time in a 172 Romeo, fuel injected mini rocket ship of a plane.
Like 1,500 feet, right?
Roger. But stay below the Bravo. I like it.
I don't like getting intercepted, you know. It's
Yeah, I mean,
just not today.
Yeah,
it's not a mood.
You know, it might be good training at some point,
Right.
but maybe not today. Nice. What do you think so far?
I like it.
Yeah.
You know, I can literally feel that the engine is brand new.
Yeah.
If
So
feels
smooth,
new.
isn't it?
Right.
So smooth.
Right.
Juan said just before takeoff that he hadn't practiced a soft field takeoff for some time, which further highlights why it's a good thing to get with an instructor, even if it is a checkout. He performed well, and now it's on to some other tasks. But what tasks are those going to be, you wonder? Well, that's up to the CFI, and what I like to do is to mix things up based on what pilot certificate you hold. Juan's a commercial pilot, so I'm going to ask him to do a commercial manoeuvre. Along with that, I want to make sure that he can get out of a stall properly and also test his rudder skills with a falling leaf stall. Those are always fun, but first and foremost, a checkout is to get you familiar and comfortable with the aircraft.
I'm gonna fly this in a minute.
Yeah. Been used to the G5s, right? You were just mentioning, you know, not having used these for quite some time. Used the G5s, used the Aberdeen, whatever. This is why checkouts like this are good as well, to get you used to get proficient back using these things. In the ACS, it shows one of the things is use of offline unfamiliar equipment,
Right.
Unfamiliar avionics. That's the whole point of, you know, coming up and being with an instructor, getting proficient.
It's just the whole like starting procedure, you know?
Yeah.
Because I never used the electric fuel pump. I mean, I flew Cirrus, but it's a completely different story, you know?
Right, right. If we stay at this altitude for now, when we get towards Lake Marion, we'll do some Chandelle's up.
Oh, okay.
Better than Texas.
I did Chandelle's for the first time in a long time the other day.
Dude, I was about to tell you, remind me how to do those, because I don't remember how to do it.
Yeah, man. 90-degree point. So the first 90 degrees of the turn is constant bank changing pitch.
Right.
And then the second half of the turn.
Is it 30 or 45?
30 degrees.
30 degrees.
30 degrees, constantly changing pitch, and then you get to your 90-degree point. It's hold the pitch and then slowly reduce the bank. You want to hear the stall warning just about as you're hitting the 180-degree heading.
So you want to do Chandelle's here?
Yeah, let's do Chandelle's here.
Okay, so let's see if you have a pre-maneuvering. Oh, you do? Wow.
Yeah, man.
What is this?
There you go.
A mixture coming forward rich, line wide. The selector both. Minimum safe altitude, clearing turns 90 degree, left and right, radio communications perform, emergency landing point.
So here we go again with another manoeuvre that Juan hasn't done for a while, and the reason that I chose it was to gain altitude. That's to get to the main manoeuvres that I want to do, which are stalls. After the Chandelle's, you're going to see power off, turning and falling leaf stalls, the latter of which Juan has never done before. That's all part of the fun, but at the same time, you can see that I'm holding Juan to standards as if we're practicing for a check ride. What I mean by that is making sure that we're going through all the necessary procedures to do the manoeuvres, which is all covered on my checklist. Again, this is to make sure that we're staying away from any bad habits.
So the 180-degree heading is going to be east. Okay, so south or
like
like
that
that
lake right
lake. Perfect. Holding the pitch and starting to roll out that bank.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes, man.
Okay, so wait, hold on.
Yeah.
You start 30 degrees, power full, and then pitch.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's clear right, clear left, clear on the iPad, and let's go left, 30, power, and start the climb. So climb, 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 climb. Around here, slowly start taking this. Hold it, hold it. It's south, right? And Then you go level.
And just don't let it descend.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I think maybe a little bit too aggressive with the pullback on the first half of the turn.
Okay.
Your speed got a little bit low, a little bit too early, but
Okay.
try to get to the right.
Alright, let's try to get to the right. So clear left, clear right, and let's go right. About 30 power. Let's start pulling back slowly, being gentle. We come in south. We'll start bringing it back. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Come into west. Slowly. Kind of hold that.
Yeah, that's what you want there. Because you see how it's now getting sluggish.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You're like minimum airspeed as you're rolling out here. Right there, you're on the edge of a stall. Perfect. But there you go. And then don't let it descend on the recovery.
Oh, that's a dogfight.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then we can come here again.
Nice.
Power back to cruise and
There you go. And then just double check that heading. Coming out on west.
west right there.
There you go. Yeah, that second one was basically perfect, man. That was good. Alright, Chandelle's cool. Yeah. Let's do a power off stall.
Okay, power off stall. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the power back, maintain altitude. We're gonna go to our light speed, which I know in this airplane is basically 110 that you
Correct.
10. So we do flaps, flaps, flaps. Airplane wants to climb, and we're gonna get until there, and we're gonna establish a rate of descent, like we come into landing. Then once we come here, power idle, and we start over flaring. And we ups 20. Okay. Going back to our altitude. Ups 10. And coming to 2,500 feet. Ups up.
Very, very nice stall, nice brake, nice recovery. Only thing you're getting is just heading.
Heading.
Heading in the recovery. Cool.
Now you may be thinking, the commercial pilot didn't hold his heading during a stall. What's that about? It's proficiency. After your check ride is over, you don't usually find people going out to practice stalls as much as you do in training. And it's why flying with a flight instructor every so often is a good thing. And I've got a trick up my sleeve to help Juan with his proficiency.
Do it again.
Okay.
The point of covering the heading indicator is to get Juan to use his outside references a little bit more. It's natural when flying with an instructor again to be a little bit overwhelmed and forget to do some things, but again, that's why we're here, to practice up to a level where I feel comfortable to tell the owner he's okay to take the aircraft on his own. And on a side note, have you noticed how I'm keeping the training flight light and fun? Not berating him for doing something wrong, but doing things to help him in his proficiency. I feel it goes a long way.
Establish a rate of descent. Down to landing. We're gonna do power idle. Start going up.
Very nice stall, man. You stall really nicely.
And try to go back up. And do 20. And
South practice area, Skyhawk 216 Center 2 is...
Very, very nice stall. So that heading was at 285 when you started.
okay.
So
Move it a little bit.
that heading is way off. So do it again. Yeah, literally, you stall so nicely. Such a nice stall. It's just that heading control, just being a little bit more disciplined with that heading control. When was the last time you did these? Long time ago, isn't it?
Oh, a year ago?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
My commercial check ride a year ago.
And that's it. You don't do them. So, like, the proficiency goes away. It's another reason
why a checkout's good for stuff like this, you know?
Right. As you said, like, you know, in real life, you go out there, you just flying from point A to point B, you really don't practice this stuff.
That's
so.
it. You're not in that kind of flight training scenario where you're holding, you know, trying to hold this heading, trying to hold that. But,
right.
you know, it's just about that discipline. So, all right, pick something. What are you picking?
Alright. I feel like that leg is pretty big. So I might do it just that leg.
Alright.
Perfect. So let's do it again. 2. Power comes back. And we're at 100, so we can throw flaps 10 on this airplane here. So that's gonna help it slow down to 85, which where we can do other flaps. So we're gonna do 20. And then we're gonna do full flaps. Then wait until we get to 60. Then here we're gonna establish a rate of descent. But then we come into landing. Then we're gonna put power idle and then pitch back. Ready. So we do it 20. Wait for this up. 10.
Perfect.
Was it in the same heading?
Exactly the same heading.
Up.
Aye, boy. Perfect. Bang on the exact same heading that you're on. Perfect.
Perfect.
That's what I want to see. Sweet, man. Well, let's do a little exercise. My controls.
Your controls.
My controls. You want to be a flight instructor.
Yes, sir.
I'm the student, okay?
Okay.
We are on the base leg to the runway.
Okay.
Alright. I just want you to kind of watch what I do.
Okay.
And if I do something you don't like, take controls if you need to, okay?
Okay.
So, we'd be about here. I'm going to put 10 degrees of flaps. So we'll start on north and we'll say that with the runway's over there somewhere. Okay.
Okay.
So, student pilot coming in.
Okay.
Northbound, let's say my runway's over that way.
Okay.
So, I'm overshooting the runway a little bit.
Okay. Do me a favor, my controls?
Your controls?
So what you were doing there was to start to a cross control stall. We definitely don't want to do that.
Is that where we can spin?
Yes.
Oh, alright, yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah.
Nice recovery, that's what I wanted to see you do. So, want to do a falling leaf style?
I never done it before, so let me get out of this flight 10 and like your controls. You
My
can show me.
controls? Yeah, I'll show you. Alright, I'm going to climb up to 3,000. So falling leaf is basically, you're going to have no power.
Okay.
And you're going to just try and maintain altitude, so obviously you're going to pull back on the yoke.
Okay.
Radio check.
You'll get to a certain point where your speed bleeds off, your angle of attack is so high that you're going to start to stall. Your job is to keep it in the stall, so you're going to keep this thing back.
Okay.
And you're going to try and stop each wing drop with the rudder. So you're going to try and be proactive with the rudder and tap dancing on it to stop it from spinning.
Okay.
That's basically what it's going to be. It's
Is this like a CFI type of thing?
No.
No, it's just
It's just an exercise. But it's funny because I did a checkout a while ago, well, years and years ago on an Archer, and the fella that did the checkout with me made me do this for the first time as well. So
wow.
it's a cool little maneuver. All right, so we're gonna go power idle, and just hold heading, hold altitude, and just wait for this thing to start stalling. Now you'll have to tap dance on it, and the wing will drop. But their job is just to keep it level if you can. Otherwise it's starting to stall, so I'm just going to kind of hold it back and hold it like this. So the nose might want to start like doing a rocking horse thing, so it'll go down. I'm properly using the rudder. I'm just tap dancing the whole time. I don't know if you feel what I'm doing on them, but I'm just tapping. That's it. So the nose is going to go up and down. There it goes again. But this is it. You see the descent rate? We got like a 700-800 foot descent.
Right, 1,000
foot per minute, 1,000 foot per minute. There you go. This is it. Falling leaf stall right here. Obviously, if you don't have the rudder control, it's going to go.
Right.
So, and then to recover, it's really, really easy. Just
Nose down.
Nose down.
Wow.
There you go. Takes a lot of tap dancing though, I'll tell you. especially in the 172. I've done it in Cherokees, and it doesn't take that much control, or as much control as it does in a 172.
Dude, I did for my checkout over the other place, steep turns, for the first time in like 2 years.
Right.
And it was one finger. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Alright, so coming to 3,000 here. Alright, so walk me through it one more time.
Yeah, man. So you're just gonna pull power to idle.
Okay. And try to maintain the altitude, right?
Just maintain altitude, maintain heading, and it's all about rudder control. So no aileron control at all.
Okay.
All rudder control. You got to be proactive with it. You kind of got to feel it. As soon as it starts to go, you hit the other side. It might feel a bit sluggish, but just trust in those rudders. Speed's increasing. That's what we want. I can feel you being proactive. There you go. There you go. There's the rocking horse. There's the rocking horse, and look at us straight forward. No semblance of a spin. I can see your feet going, but nice. That stall warning is telling you, what are you doing, you moron? Look at this. Perfect, man. Perfect.
Practice area, Sky.
This is just recover, nose down.
There you go. Nose down. Simple as that, man.
7,000 to deep.
Perfect. Perfect falling leaf stall. Perfect. Well done, man.
Thanks, man.
After the falling leaf stall, we did some other manoeuvring and emergency procedures, which you aren't going to see, but what you will get to watch is our struggle with the tower controller at the Kissimmee Airport. If you missed my podcast episode about this exchange, then go and watch it after this video, or you can listen to it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I give my thoughts about it over there. If you have seen that episode, this will give you full context of the situation so you can see how it all unfolded. It starts with a barely readable response from the controller.
Gateway Tower, Skyhawk 670 Mike Alpha over Stampede, same bound for touch and goes with information Quebec.
670 Mike Alpha, Semi Tower, Porter Beam, water tower for left down 15.
That again for 60 Mike Alpha.
Here the controller's torn because he had to repeat.
Cessna 670 Mike Alpha, report a beam the water tower for a left downwind 15.
Report a beam water tower for a left downwind 15, 60 Mike Alpha.
Mike Alpha, make that a right downwind 15.
There we go.
Right downwind 15, 0 Mike Alpha.
So not only did he mumble, so you said say again, and then he got pissed off at you for you saying say again. He said the wrong thing. So like,
and it's hard to understand. I was like, a beam what?
Exactly. Left down 15. What?
This was the beginning of the end of this flight. Again, all of this is debriefed in my podcast. The plan was to stay in the pattern for a while, but that plan quickly changed. Again, for context, the controller gave us shoddy instructions during initial contact, which led to Juan wanting to clarify. Then all hell breaks loose.
Starting uniform, start left crosswind.
Start left crosswind, Cherokee 594.
33 Delta, that's Cessna going to be in the left traffic pattern, runway 15, clear for takeoff, make a right turn out.
Well, that was nice.
Thanks, sir.
And Tower, circle my 5, just to double check, you said left or right downwind?
So you guys have got to listen to the radio, left traffic.
Left traffic, just double checking, sir, 0 Mike Alpha.
So if you listened the first time, you wouldn't have to ask me. That ties up the radio.
You did make a mistake a few minutes ago, 0 Mike Alpha.
Wow. So, imagine you're a student pilot.
With this dude?
Yeah.
Dude, I would be terrified to talk to the
Terrified, man. Absolutely terrified. Imagine you weren't sure about something, just like you weren't. You wanted to make sure.
Cemetery with me.
Now you feel like you can't make sure of something.
Roger.
You know?
That's true, dude. Like, I'd be terrified to just double check if, you know.
Yep.
Left, right, downwind.
There, my guy, follow Cherokee at number 2 now, runway 15, clear touch go.
Fully traffic 15, clear touching on number 2, Mike Alpha.
The mood has completely changed in the cockpit, which led to us deciding to call it a day early.
Kissimmee Tower, Skyhawk November 120 Alpha is past the sand pits with information Quebec inbound for touch and go and short approach if able.
120 Alpha, there's 3 people in the pattern, so you're not going to get short approaches, but enter the Porter Beam water tower for the right down 15.
But you make him
the water tower
a 360 or something, dude.
Traffic for 15.
Let's do this one and then we'll call it a day after this.
I'm done with this guy.
Yeah.
To be fair to the controller, it did get a little bit busier after this, but still, is it the end of the world to be scolded by ATC? Not at all, because it's not going to stop us clarifying something to avoid doing the wrong thing. That's the logical thing to do. Another logical thing to do is to get on the ground and call it a day, because both of our minds are not on flying and are on not pissing off this controller.
Yeah, they haven't released yet. Just always try to get you out when I can.
Helicopter 451 Alpha Tango with information, Quebec at Max
Yeah, that was nuts.
a westbound departure.
So Boomhauer ruined an otherwise fantastic flight, but one grumpy controller doesn't mean a thing. What means the world is being able to help Juan get checked out and show how fun and helpful a checkout can be. I hope this video has helped you in some way and definitely shown you that checkouts are nothing to fear. Two final things: if you want to support me and my channel, you can do so by signing up to my Patreon. There you'll get exclusive perks and you'll be helping keep the channel going. The last thing is, if you're looking for comfortable sunglasses to wear under your headset while flying, Flying Eyes are the only ones you should be using. They're patented for use under headsets, and what's even better is you can save 10% using my discount code LewDix on the Flying Eyes website. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment what you want to see on the channel in the future. See you on the next one.